Good afternoon, and welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Quantus. So today, of course, we just got into the Iron Era. I know a lot of people are tinkering and doing different stuff. We are going to be working on storage. But anyways, today we're going to be working with storage drawers. So I did a bit of wood cutting and stuff. I got all of our wood consolidated, and I want to start getting things set up for automatic storage and sorting and all that good stuff with storage drawers. Now, I haven't finished this building because we've been so busy getting ready for the Ender Dragon and brewing and all that good stuff. So I've brought it out to here so far. Then I'll continue working on this area and whatnot. Since this era is primarily tinkers and super circuit maker and storage drawers and stuff like that, hopper ducts, we're going to be doing a lot with that stuff, especially hopper ducts. I'm so excited for those. But then we're also going to be doing a lot with storage drawers and tinkers, and then a lot of building during this time because we've got a lot of the mainframe set up and we have a couple weeks in this era. So this era should be a lot of building refinement and chisels and bits work and stuff like that. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump in. Now I'm thinking what we're going to do is birch drawers is what I'm planning on, because of the fact that they're going to look, I think, fairly well with our setup. But anyways, I think we're going to go with birch storage drawers to start with. And what I'm thinking is we're going to put these down in this area here. So what I'm thinking is we'll have probably the drawer controller like right here. We may even do, there's still drawer slaves, right? For some reason I can't remember. I was thinking that they're still here. Alright, but what I'm thinking, sorry it crashed whenever I accidentally hit equals in NEI and it crashed it. But anyways, what I'm thinking is we'll do storage drawers along through here and then right here, and then we'll have like our drawer controllers and controller slaves and stuff centered right in this area. So we'll see how it goes, and I believe the range on these is like 25. I'll have to double check. I think it's 25 in each direction. So if that's the case, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, if so, that would be perfect because we could put our drawer here, and then it's 25 exactly to right here. I believe that's the case. I believe it's 25. So I'll have to double check, but I think so. So anyways, let's go ahead and start setting some of these up. I think what I'm going to do is do little areas. So like, for example, this side will be maybe mob drops, and this side will be blocks, and so on. For all the storage setup. So anyways, we'll just set up our storage drawers like so. And then, for example, like I said, this one, I think we're going to do mob drops. So we'll do like gunpowder here, and we'll do like rotten flesh here. Let me go grab a bit of mob drops, and we'll get all this sorted. Uh-oh. We've got to finish the roof of that building. So I'm just going to grab some from here. I know we have a bunch over at the mob farms. I mean, that's one reason that I wanted to jump on this first, is because we have so much stuff, you know, that needs to be sorted right now. Like, so much. And getting this sorted would really, really help us out, I think. So maybe like catalyzing glands here, and then we'll do like our zombie hearts, nebulous hearts, ender pearls. Got a couple of those actually, and some more rotten flesh and gunpowder. So many things, all the things. We'll do bones, we'll do rib bones, and kind of have it, you know, almost sorted. So like, you know, if you're looking at this, this is creeper stuff, this is zombie stuff, enderman stuff, skeleton stuff. Of course, at some point I'm gonna have to have some overflow with, especially like endermen have a fair number of different drops. Maybe have like wither skeleton bone pieces here, and then maybe we'll do like blazes, because we have the molten cores. This is all pretty much reliquary drops, because of course the reliquary adds like a drop per mob pretty much. And we'll bring that around over here. I'm thinking, let me go ahead and set up a few drawers, and we'll probably do like heads. So we'll have like zombie heads, creeper heads, skeleton heads, and probably wither skeleton heads. And then, I don't know, what other heads are there? I think that's it, right? Enderman heads, I forgot about those. Also dragon heads, but I don't know if we'll ever have so many of those, you know, that we're like, oh, better put them in a drawer. So we'll see. But probably Wither. Yeah, Wither and Enderman, something like that. And see, like for these drawers, what I'm thinking is we'll put a different block on the bottom, so that way there's kind of like a border, and then have our drawers set up. And the nice thing is, with the addition of Super Circuit Maker, we'll be able to refine some of our stuff, because in this era, I also want to work on the gardens a bit. Actually, I've got a shovel that I found in the end. But we'll work on the gardens a little bit and do some of that stuff in addition. So, and I'm thinking over on this side, we're probably going to do blocks, because I'm going to focus on the more pressing storage stuff first. So I'm thinking like over here we'll have like cobblestone and dirt and basalt and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and lay that out for now. And actually really quick, I know we've got some in here. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a couple things from Tinker's Constructs. We're not going to get really far into Tinker's Constructs today. I know storage was something that I was like, got to do this, because storage is getting bad. Our storage situation is horrid right now. But what I want is a slime sling. So this stuff, is this, yeah, this is congealed. Let me grab some string, and we'll go ahead and get our slime sling. And then we're also going to need slime boots. That's also going to be very important for us. So we can make these out of purple, right? I do believe. Get ourselves some purple slime boots. And so now what we can do is the wonderful slime sling. I love this thing. Oh, I'm gonna be so ready to just be done with these chests. I hate these chests. I'm not a fan of chests. The server's like kind of laggy today, I've noticed. Whoop, there we go. Oh, that's gonna be so nice. But it's also going to be very easy to overshot. And, of course, end up going into the garden or something like that, which could be bad. I figured I'd have a look to see, of course, you know, what all's over here. But I'm not really noticing anything much that we don't already have present. So, I mean, at this point, it's mainly going to be, you know, that awesome process of moving everything, which I do have additional storage bags, so I'll probably, you know, grab some of those. But I'm thinking, like, we'll start cleaning some of these chests out and getting this stuff moved. I will have to leave those chests there, but I think we could get rid of these, because these aren't really quite as important to the setup or anything. So, oh, I love that. I love it. I don't know how that worked. How I stopped flying right there. Watch, it's probably lag, and I'm probably gonna die in like a second. Just pow, you are dead. But anyways, we'll get this stuff sorted. I'm not gonna spend very much longer sorting this stuff on camera. We'll move on to some of the more refinement process for the storage drawers. But you know, I kind of wanted to do a little bit of this setup on screen today. Solidified XP. I guess we'll put this over here. And then let's go ahead and get ourselves a storage key. Not concealment key, but a drawer key. We're going to need one of these upgrade templates. We've got some drawers, okay. Actually, there's really no sense in me making sticks, because realistically we have a ton of sticks right here. So we'll do our upgrade template. And yeah, let's go ahead and make 4 of them, because there's some other things I want to do with those. Right now we'll get our drawer key. And then, let's see, what kind of upgrades do we have? I feel like diamond is a little bit expensive at the moment, but I think gold is reasonable for us. So, I think what we'll do is we'll make our upgrades out of gold. So, let's go ahead, we'll get 7 of those, that's fine. because that's going to allow us to store up to 5 times base value, and that'll be good to start with for things like rotten flesh and bones and stuff like that we have a lot of. I think it would be ideal for. And I want to go ahead and grab all this cobblestone, this stone, netherrack, things like that. And then we'll probably, our key, of course, what we can do is we can shift right click. I'm sorry, just right click. I don't know why I was thinking shift right click. And lock these. So, for example, I actually don't have any inventory space at the moment. None at all. Let's go ahead and lock all of these really quick. Okay, so for example, ink sacks. We've got 15 in there. If I was to take them all out, of course, there's none left. But it still saves that, so we still have the image there, and it can accept nothing but ink sacks. So it just allows us to kind of lock those so that we don't get other stuff going into there. We'll do like compressed cobblestone in this one. So we'll have like cobblestone and compressed cobblestone. So if this starts building up, we can throw it into here. That'll make our drawers go a bit farther. I don't really see a point in doing all the levels of compressed right now. And then our upgrades, kind of what I'm thinking is like rotten flesh. I know it's going to need them. That allows us to have 160 stack limit. That's a bit more reasonable. 32, I think will get filled rather quickly, especially for a few of these things in particular that we do have, you know, being farmed rather heavily. Arrows. And so next up, let's go ahead and get ourselves a drawer controller. Oh, that is going to take some smooth stone, right? Well, that's fine. Let me go ahead and we'll get like a bit of redstone to work with. We'll get some diamonds. Sticks we've got. I've got so much work on my hands. Because I told Sheridan, I was like, I'll get all this stuff, you know, sorted and everything tomorrow whenever the stuff unlocks, because the sorting system, you know, originally we did do good. I have to say, normally I'm not good with sorting without something like storage drawers or something, but I feel like we did okay. I mean, up until like the last few days, everything had a spot, mob drops, plants, etc. But with the mob drops area running and all that stuff running, it got to where there was just items everywhere. So, you know, there was I think only so much that we could do, and then we were just like, okay, well, we're gonna get storage drawers in a few days. Let's not worry about it and just throw stuff, and then we'll sort it, you know, once the time comes and everything. Which I do feel like we did good, because I know me personally, and I'm sure Sheridan, most people that play modded aren't used to having to deal with just chests, and it's not, you know, it's a big change for us going into like just having chests and whatnot. So anyways, what I'm thinking is our drawer controller. I'm gonna let me double check real quick. Let me check something. Okay, it's a 25 cube. So it's 12 in each direction. So putting the storage drawer right in here would be ideal, honestly. So what I'm thinking, or you know, down here at that level. So what I'm thinking is this may be the length of the room, at least for now, until we get into applied energistics or something, or we may have a separate, you know, drawer set up somewhere. But what I'm thinking is if we put the drawer controller down here, because it can go up 12 high as well. So we may actually stick it underground. Because basically you want to get the maximum range on it that you can get. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If we went all the way up. And that's from the bottom of this. So what I'm thinking we'll do instead of my original plan is we're going to dig it down to like right here is where we're going to put the drawer controller. Okay, I was thinking that the controller slave, I don't think it does what I was thinking. I mean, I've always used them to plug up machines to. I've never actually tried to like right click it, and I don't think you can insert into a controller slave by hand. I think it's only for like cables and stuff. We'll have to check it once we get this stuff plugged up. But if that's the case, I'll have to just do a drawer controller on each side, and it will be able to access all of this stuff. So, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is 12 blocks. So it would be able to go this far on each direction. So that would be good. So what I'm thinking is let's go ahead and dig back here just a little bit. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make what's called trim. And that way we can link everything up. Trim, just crafted like this. We are missing planks, but we're not missing planks. Unless that's one of those situations where it's like, we will only accept oak wood planks or something. Oh, I think I clicked on oak trim. That was my bad. Anyways, this trim, of course, we can use this to plug things up. So we're just going to do something like that. And then we'll attach our drawer controller and controller slave. Because I want to try something. Let's grab a few of these creeper heads. Oh, yeah. And if I put the drawer controller here, it inserts the heads. Yeah. So that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have the drawer controllers, one for each side, because I'm not going to be able to put it down there. I was thinking that, you know, we could attach, and I was thinking that we could input by hand with the controller slaves. Now we're still going to use these because I believe hopper ducks can still access them. We're just not going to be able to access them by hand, so that'll be okay. We'll do that. What I would do is, you know, the drawers would come around like this. And then since it's one per side, really I have more room to work, I guess, so it's not all bad. And then we can just link up this trim to like right here. That'll be fine. That'll be perfectly fine. And I'll get the rest of this room like sorted and everything. I don't know if you guys saw the, I was playing with chisels and bits. I think I like this blue. Basically what I did was I did water blocks. It kind of, if you notice, it kind of looks like it's flowing back there. It is water chisel blocks behind blue glass. And I think it gives it a really, really cool look. I like it anyway. Me and Sheridan both like it, so we're happy with it. The only thing that concerns me is I'm going to have to do birch coming up through this. You know, actually I forgot that they ended up adding the framing table to this. That's what we might do. You think? I think it would look better. So, sorry, I wasted all you guys' time messing with that stuff. So basically what we can do with the framing table, and I'm probably going to cut here in just a second because I'm probably going to play around with this for just a bit to get the exact look that I want. But we can make this frame drawer. We're going to need more sticks. And we put it into here. You can see that we're kind of working on it. It's in this little slot here. And let me see. Oh, I'm going to have to change out all of those birch drawers now. But I can always use those drawers and stuff for upgrades and whatnot. But let's say, for example, that I want to change them. Let's say, for example, Skystone. I'm not for sure that that's what I'm going to do. We'll see. Because that's the same thing I'm using for the floor. I don't think I want to go with that. But anyways, if we were to put this stuff into here, you can see that we could make this kind of a drawer. But let's say that I wanted to use dirt here. You can see that it changes the border of this. Then if I wanted to instead use dirt here, it's going to change these back edges. And then dirt in this slot changes the front. So I'm going to play around with that and see what kind of drawers I can come up with, because we could actually make something really, really, really nice from this. I don't know why I didn't think about that sooner. So anyways, give me a bit. I'm going to do a bit of work in here and try to get this sorted. I may still keep the birch here. I don't know. I'm not for sure. So give me a bit. I'll be back, and we'll see what I can come up with for this storage room. Alrighty, so it has been a little while, but I actually ended up using skystone blocks and then basalt from Environmental Tech and Tyrian in that layout. And the drawers that that it has created are wonderful. Check these out. Like they kind of have like a gleam to them with the shaders, like a reflection. So it's like a really, really shiny metal on that Tyrian, and it looks absolutely wonderful, I think. I think once I get the walls in, it's really going to match. Over here, I've got skystone blocks, and then right here, if you look at the bottom right, that is framed trim. That's just done just to match the skystone. I will say that over here, the borders are going to be a little bit different, but this is almost like shelves coming up out of the floor, so I did want to keep that as the skystone look. So the walls, I've got some adjusting to do to that. But yeah, so we've got all of our mob drops over here. That's wither dust. Some of the really dark things, it's kind of hard to see, but, you know, it's still, you can still see that it's there. Even with, like, basalt, it's just dark. But you're going to get that pretty much with anything. Abyssal stone as well. You're going to get that with pretty much any kind of drawer. You're going to have at least a couple items that match the color of it, and it's going to be hard to see. That's just natural, so I decided to roll with it. Nothing on this side yet. There's still heads to put there and a couple items. And then over here, look at all that looking good. And then on this side, of course, we've got all of our blocks. All of these blocks and these blocks. And then I got the other drawer controller set up here, so you can right click and it's going to go. This drawer controller covers both these sides, and this one covers both these sides. Over here we have all the vanilla types of wood. We've got all the vanilla saplings and wood, and we've got some sticks and branches. And then I'll probably add some additional wood types and stuff, like ghost wood and things of that nature. This will all be wood, probably. And then over here it's a bunch of miscellaneous junk that we've got a decent amount of that's kind of built up. And yeah, so I mean, this area here, some of these areas will probably get changed whenever we start doing applied energistics, but that's like months away. So I think if we just go for like a solid sorting system, then that'll be okay. The other areas that I'm going to add an excess food area for things like wheat and whatnot, especially once we get into AE. We're going to need that. It's not quite as pressing right now because all the food, of course, goes into the fridge. But chances are that's probably going to take a couple sections. I may even do that underground because I'm considering having a floor beneath this that connects into these drawer controllers. So you can kind of just run in, hit these two, and that's going to sort everything that you could possibly have. But we'll see. I've still got to play around with that. And then, let's see. We're going to need a place for food. Also, like, miscellaneous plants and stuff like that. And that's pretty much the main thing that we need to get sorted. But I'm thinking we'll add a few more sections, you know. But it's going to take a little while to do all of that and get all that situated. So, also Thor turned back time for us, and we got our armor back since we fell through the world, which is great. Which is very, very great. But anyways, with that said, I do believe I'm going to end out the episode there. I'll continue playing with the storage and working on getting all of that sorted over the next few days, and then hopefully we'll start Tinker's Constructs fairly soon and get our tools, because of course that would be absolutely wonderful. But I'm going to see when Sheridan wants to do that, or you know what the plan is on that. Up here I've got, like, this chest is going to be random miscellaneous decor blocks, like the flat color blocks and stuff that are left over. This is just miscellaneous junk right now. Eventually I'll get all this sorted and figure something out with it. And then this is for just enchanted junk that we have from the mob farm. So, because eventually we'll get disenchanting and all that good stuff. So, I'm going to need an ore, like, material overflow type area. So, because we're going to have a workshop, we'll have some ores on hand in that room. But we also need an area for overflow. So, because we'll have probably quite a bit. Especially after hitting this era, when we can do hammers and super mining. And next episode, we will either be doing some Tinker's Construct stuff, or we might do some more storage stuff using hopper ducks and whatnot. So we'll see. We might be playing with hopper ducks, maybe even some super circuit maker, because we could use that with the sugarcane farm and change that up a little bit. So, but anyways, like I said, if you guys enjoyed it, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already for more daily videos. And I will hopefully see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care and stay safe. And I'll see you then.